Welcome back to What's Your Opinion? Today we are creating rumors to rattle the final NFL playoff teams. Let's take a look at some of these stories that you have revealed. Our first story comes to us by Post Cowie, and it looks like the Steelers don't have many fans in the NFL Referees Association. And as we take a look at this news article, we can see it is in fact a very true story. Next up, Select Nick 64 broke this one to us. It turns out Blake Bortles, after last week's performance, will be switching to running back, and this change will see Leonard Fournette taking over at quarterback. And now Charles Ferren comes in with something that goes a lot deeper than we could have ever expected. Turns out the Falcons didn't actually blow the lead, it was all part of a plan, and the Georgia teams are looking to start a new trend of blowing games on purpose in order to come back the next year and trick everybody and beat them a lot easier. Now this story broken by Ryan Batty. At first I thought this was just funny. It turns out he may have had a perfectly veiled jab at the Saints right here. Rumor has it that Sean Payton isn't allowing any coconut-based chocolate bars in the Saints cafeteria ahead of the Vikings game on Sunday, and Mike Zimmer is taking full advantage by stockpiling the aforementioned chocolate bars so that they can rain from the ceiling on Sunday when Minnesota wins. And this story comes from the Killer Mango Mag, who has revealed that the Vikings have been practicing ancient Nordic rituals in hopes to help them win in the playoffs. And now this next story, broken by Leo Yang, isn't just big for the sport, is big for anti-doping. It turns out that Philadelphia has been giving Nick Foles steroids in hopes of him not throwing 4 interceptions when they play the Falcons this weekend. So we're on to the final team, because of course the Patriots, we don't need to make rumors about them. Those are already out there, they've been made for us. Final team, the Titans. And it turns out that Derrick Henry is actually a Voltron-esque construction of 5 scatbacks fused together, or at least that's according to Jason Goodman. And now I wanted to do one main one for each team, but there were so many good ones that I'm not even going to be able to put in the video, but I'm going to mention now some of my other favourites right here. Hurry the Feet breaks the news that Aaron Rodgers has not actually been injured. He's been pretending to be Case Keenum the whole season to actually play with a competent defense. Fion Duffy put me onto a story that Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara are actually just one running back, but thanks to incredible marketing campaigns by Bud Light, we've been seeing double because we're all drunk without even realizing it. And then we have this one. I couldn't not find the official news article for this one. It was too good. Now, Takaman15 thought he had this one figured out, but it turns out the story's a little different. He says, breaking news, the 49ers stole Tom Brady and left the Pats with Jimmy G. Turns out the two of them were actually in on it together. Alex Patterson lets us know that the Eagles have actually decided to switch Lane Johnson and Nick Foles for the game against the Falcons. It'll be interesting to see how Foles deals with that pass rush. And now Salvation Sal Gaming gives us a pretty good rumor that we could use at this time next year, as it's rumored that the Buccaneers will be trading for John Gruden after firing Dirk Cutter. And that does it for the rumors. I want to say this is absolutely one of my favorite things that I've ever done. Your suggestions, your comments were excellent. I had a lot of fun making all of these articles, and I really definitely want to do another one of these very soon in the future. Now, what I want to do after having read the comments for last week's video, this time I want you to be negative again, and this is more of a challenge for me. Be as negative as you can about any player, any team, anything, and I will try and do my absolute best to defend them. So the last time, I just wanted you to be negative, and I wanted to just, air those opinions. If we didn't have to stand by them 100%, what things would we say? This time I want you to be negative again, but what I'm going to do is try my hardest to defend those people or those teams you're being negative about, and see if I can actually make a coherent argument that defends them in some way.